First of all, I like the fact that you have a pretty steady beat for, for showing me that you're keeping a framing pulse. That's really very nice. Doesn't mean that later we're not going to, do rubato, which means bend with the breeze a little, because romantic music, you do that later, where you shape it a little bit with some improvisational feeling. But one thing I want to make sure, you have a lot of A, B, C, C. That comes back so many times. Starts at the very beginning. So you want to think of it more as the beginning of a scale. And when we do a scale, we roll in to the body of a scale. And that's what's happening here. So just here's a sample of whenever this comes back, you want this feeling of roll into the, roll to there. So that of rolling in. This is deeper. The first one is less. Now deeper. Then it dips down. So anytime you have 3 steps, B, C, D, that's 2 steps, B, C, D, you don't want to go thumping down on the first note. You're rolling into the B, C, D. When you have A, B, C, you're rolling in instead of falling down hard, and then what do you do next? You can't roll anymore. Every time, you know how many times this piece has that? So you have to be really careful. The other thing was, when you came back, this section was pretty good where you did this. That was very nice. But then when you finished the section, you had this. Yes, you had that. Now, when you continue, you have to dip down back to. Right? So what happened was you finished this and then it was like way too loud.
Oh, okay.
So I put the word dip on my copy. Dip. Okay. 25 is a dip down. Okay, so that's but it should be dipped down because you just came out of all of this improv. Came out of
so what
happens? Now you suddenly have back to the beginning. Yes?
Okay.
So you really, and you know how many times he does A, B, C, C, D, E, F? So you have to decide that when you get to the second page, and it's the very end of the piece, that it's almost a memory. You want to do it differently than you started the piece. That is in terms of your dynamics. So each time is something mystical. There's something more mystical at the very end. The piece is finally winding down to the end. So after you have the climax, right, watch, finish. Now this is the final statement. Right?
Yeah.
It's like almost a memory of your childhood. I mean, just think, flashing back over your life into the very start of it. So,
yeah, I've heard you say that, to so many people on this piece, that to make this last one like a memory. I was trying, but
it do that. Yeah, because it came out kind of very loud again, like the beginning. Okay. The beginning doesn't even want to be loud either because it's a somber A minor piece. The climax was pretty good. I think you want to make it very horizontal, like it's going a big curving motion, like. Dip it down, go back in. This piano is so beautiful. Isn't it a pretty piano?
Yes.
So it's so lyrical. So you want to do like go in and out a little bit of the climax. So it's not all one sound, but it goes to the major. We haven't had an A major part of the piece, which is the bright, major. We're in minor at the beginning. Now suddenly major. Wow. Dip it a little. Dip it there, because that's dominant tonic, right?
Okay.
Dominant. Taper it, because it's the end of the section.
Okay.
But now even softer memory. Look how that went. That's so beautiful to pull that off. Still roll in. Watch those roll-ins. Because if you do, you're in trouble. Instead of, use the wrist forward. See how I go forward? I just actually think of my wrist playing the 3 notes as if I did that, yeah? Yeah, the most important thing is the first note of the eighth, which is eighth, quarter, quarter, has to be the lightest one.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And all of these places are all little steps. The rolling around to that, right? Resolve. Now, the other thing is watch out for your endings of these little figures so they don't fall down hard. Dominant, resolve. How do I get the resolve? Go forward. Go forward.
Yeah.
Go forward.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to get that thump. There was a couple of things I noticed. I was thinking, she's finishing a little figure which went dominant now, and it thumped at the end of the resolution instead of melted or tapered, because this piece is full of that harmonic rhythm, right? Where you have a dominant and then you don't want to fall down hard on your tonic. Yeah, so that was another thing, but that was the main thing. But most of it, I mean, I kind of like the sense that you have a framing rhythm, that you're singing out. You have a singing tone, which is very nice. It's just nuancing ends of phrases and harmonic rhythm that you have to be more aware of. How does it move harmonically? That influences how you play the melody. One other place I noticed, be careful when you have things like in the beginning, 1, 2, 3, the second line where it does this, watch. Watch. This cannot thump, that little fill in of harmony. Yeah, it came out loud here, watch. Did things like that. You don't want that.
Okay.
Watch. Underneath, right? So at the end, you have the balance of that, not that. It's easy for that second beat to pop out on you when it's just filling in harmony. This is the beautiful note. We want to preserve it. See? Still going. Yeah. So, be careful that the left hand doesn't, drown out a note that's decaying in the right hand on a cadence. Cadence means resting point. And that's hard to do on most pianos, especially Yamaha Bright piano. So you could practice things like this. See? Still, C's coming out.
Uh-huh.
I'm lucky I have a nicely balanced piano. I mean, there may be some I would be fighting to do that. This would pop out on me. Go out of your way to really look, see how soft you can make the second beat. Now that takes wrist motion. See what I'm doing? Am I doing any finger impact? No, I'm using wrist forward. That's it. It's just that, right? And this will be this one. On the A major one, when you do this. See?
Yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want to fall down with your hand like
the very end, the resolution on
that is a couple of places because
39. Yeah, okay.
But this is 39 to 40 where you go. Right?
Yes.
Hear it?
Right.
And it gives you a nice chord at the end, balanced toward the soprano and the blend under it. You have to learn how to feel that and how to sculpt it and how to use your wrists to cushion the left hand. Oh, see, that's a Yamaha, so you have to go out of your way to go deeper here and less in the left hand note, 2 note. Yeah, but this can't be so soft that now it's impossible.
Okay. Yeah.
See what I mean?
It's like psyching out your piano.
Yeah, yes, yeah. When you psych it out, you'll say, what do I have to do physically to outsmart my piano?